Hi, everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Real Talking Podcast with your hosts, Ash. Yes, he is here, and JD.
Sorry, mate. On that intro, it's been in the back of my head, and I've realised I've got a spot. Feel that
Oh,
bad boy, mate?
the ones in the hairline.
Yeah.
Is it?
Can you feel it?
Oh, yeah, that's an ingrown hair, that is, isn't it?
You reckon?
Yeah, yeah.
That high?
Well, yeah, because obviously it's like just as you've had your hair cut, it's as they grow back over the head. I remember I used to have it the odd time when I did used to shave. You get it just like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your beard and that, like.
That feels massive. That
Yeah. That's what it is. It's going to be an ingrown hair, and it's going to hurt when that pops. I used to
does.
hate getting them.
I've never had one in my head before.
Again, I've had some sort of like around the back of the head, similar to where you've got it all. But
Yeah.
obviously, it's been a long time since I've had a haircut, so
Yeah.
it's not a common thing for me these days.
Well, that was a bit strange intro compared to normal, but that's what we do here.
Yeah, and
We
we're not
keep it
starting
real.
again.
No, no, no.
We're on a tight
Yeah.
schedule. You're on
1
baby
minute in,
duties.
that's it. Can't get that
Oh,
back now.
no, and neither can they. The people listening at home.
They love it. They love it.
If you have any ingrown hairs, then send them in.
No, but it's literally as you were saying it, I was just
Yeah,
just
trying to brush your head back
back,
down.
and I was just like, "What the fuck was that?"
Oh, yeah, I used to hate them. Like when you get the odd spot. I felt one the other day actually. Well, not for the
Oh, I can
YouTube listeners,
yeah, I can.
viewers, but yeah, it was one that was under the skin though. So it was like
Yeah,
as I grabbed my glasses to move them back, I was slightly corky. When it's that sharp pain as well. Like, oh, and even the missus was like, "What was that?" Because I did do the little, not like not a proper
ah,
like girly one, but I was like, ah. So yeah, fucking, they're horrible. Fortunately, I mean, I think you was the same. If I remember right, we didn't really have bad like spot
nah,
breakouts
acne,
when we was going
nah.
through puberty and that.
I think I had four, like being all in one time, being the most. And it was
mm,
all like congested in between my eyebrows.
yeah, eyebrows used to be sort of the one, and just sort of like around the nose and like the middle of the cheek sort of thing. That would be the main area that I would get the odd spot.
I tell you
But
what I do get, like ingrown hairs. So I know we're talking about like, in the beard.
mm,
Yeah,
But again, it's because you trim it a lot.
yeah.
Obviously, when you leave it to grow longer, it doesn't happen because you're not shaving and that, are you?
Hey, that's fucking massive. That is.
You'll be playing with that all night now. The thing
Yeah. And the
is,
spot.
you
So
know,
this is what they've missed.
I know,
They've
yeah.
missed it.
It's quite quick for you, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's been Christmas. You had a good Christmas?
Yeah, it's been nice, mate. It's been I enjoyed the food. I don't think I've stopped eating.
Well, it's bulking season, isn't
It's it. Well, I'm
it?
past bulking now, mate.
To be fair, like, even though I've still been keeping in my fasting hours, I have like ate a lot.
It's like a hall pass, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
starting at New Year.
Mm.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's
And
just
it's because it's mainly all the not shit food, but you're not having a proper source of protein and stuff
yeah.
mainly, are you?
Well, you
I mean,
don't.
even earlier, I've scrammed a whole tube of bloody Pringles.
Yeah. Well, no one buys them by themselves. The whole big, those big bars of Toblerone on their own. No one
Yeah,
goes does the weekly shop. Go, oh, a giant Toblerone. I'll have one of them. On
yeah.
Christmas, you get 3 of them. So
I've never been a major fan of Toblerones.
now,
Um,
they're just so tricky to break, though, especially when they're so big.
yeah,
And
I
the
can't say.
Toblerone. But
Look,
no, but
look, just because you got a baby doesn't mean you got a big dick.
no, but what I'm saying is with the Toblerones, when the big ones, they're really hard to break.
Well, I suppose because it's a lot more chocolate at the
Yeah.
bottom, any with the normal size triangles, it's just a little
Here's the
push and a
thing:
snap,
why don't they come?
pre-snapped.
Yeah.
But it's part of the fun for it, isn't it? I heard someone moaning about Terry chocolate oranges the other
No,
day.
you gotta slap. There, easy, just slam them.
Yeah, but now, again, I'm not an orange chocolate fan, but now they have an air gap between the chocolate pieces, so it's even easier to break them
Ah,
apart. So essentially, you can just pick it off one piece at a time. Where back in the day, you used to have to literally like whack it off the
yeah,
table or stamp on
yeah.
it or swat it out the roof.
Because I like breaking my Terry chocolate orange by slamming it on my partner's head.
See, but if you can do that, then that shows that they're too soft.
Well, yeah. There you go then.
Well, as long as you've got consent at the end of it, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Don't do it when it's a no.
No, that's right.
No just means find another way.
Just means try harder.
But yeah, after this weekend, basically, then that's it. Then I'll start eating more sensibly again. Not drink every day.
That's it.
But just every other day instead.
I'd say one of the worst things though about Christmas. It's not so much about Christmas. It's we're talking about going back to the gym in the new year. Oh my god.
Well, again, I haven't had that
God.
dilemma for years because I haven't been to the gym for years. But yeah, everyone's there. Everyone's trying to do New Year, New Me.
Yeah.
Getting themselves into shape.
And come February, they've gone.
Well, February is a whole month of January. That's a long run if they've done it for that long.
But what I'm saying is though, like,
come February, it's back
the
to
numbers
normal.
just back to normal. Yeah, but yeah, I was saying to my partner, this year, I probably feel the heaviest I've ever felt. And I don't know if that's just because, pardon me, edit that out, mate.
No.
No, yeah, I don't know if it's just because, just how the year's gone and, with her being pregnant and when she went to McDonald's, I'm not saying no, obviously.
Yeah, you've just been getting that
That's
dad bod preparation, haven't you?
And but yeah, I've just really I want to get slim down. I think that's talking about stuff that we want to do in the new year. I think that for me is one of another one. I want to learn a piano. I've played with that idea for a few years as well. I want to play an instrument. I want to.
Are you gonna buy yourself a piano?
No, I think I'm gonna buy myself a keyboard first.
Yeah.
And then just see how good I am, how much effort I put into it, and then progress. But then it's where do you put piano in the house?
It's time though, isn't it? Having the time to learn, be it the keyboard, piano, or any other instruments. I wanted to do it with guitar a few years ago, and even though I bought one, I just didn't have enough time. But I suppose it doesn't help because I've got small hands for an adult male. But I'd have average size hands for an adult female. But it's handy because obviously being an electrician, do what I need to do and that. So no fiddling around. But yeah, so small hands. I've struggled trying to get the finger positions with the strings, nothing else. So yeah, I think because I bought some of not bought, but I was watching like the YouTube tutorials and stuff, and I just couldn't get to grasp of how they were trying to do it. I think if I actually went to someone or got someone to come to me and had physical lessons, could have progressed with it, but just never properly got into me.
So if you was to give yourself some things to what you'd hope to, not definitely, but hope to achieve or learn, what would they be, boy, next year if you could have three? Like, three things now off the top of your head,
Well, so the main one is, as I say, I'm going to get back properly onto the intermittent fasting. I've still been in the hours, but I've not weighed myself for a little while, but I'd lost probably about 2 stone from start to this point, and I'll probably put some of it back on. But yeah, just carry on doing that.
Keep on doing that. So there's one of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get onto it properly, but now that I've got PS5,
gaming.
Yeah, trying to get back into gaming.
You know what? No, I know how you feel about this because for me, when I was a kid, I could just play a game and just when your mum calls you for dinner and you're like, you don't want to stop, you pause and save it, eat dinner quickly.
Yeah.
And your mum's telling you to like hurry up or like slow down, sorry, or you're not going back on the computer because you're just scanning it. But like now, I play a game and then I get bored. I get like not bored of the game, but I get bored of wasting my day. If that makes sense, is that? Do you know what I'm saying? I can't get into the zone, I suppose, with it.
Yeah, and it's like because there's that many other things to do, and like your phone's next to you, so you feel like something happened on your phone, or there's a program or a film that you haven't watched yet, and you think, oh, what if I stop now? I've got
Yeah,
enough time to
it's
do
what
that as well. So yeah, it's hard to find that right
what
balance. But I played it for about 4 hours the other night, and I did have a headache at the end of the day as well. And I'm like,
yeah.
it's not like when we was kids when the TVs were small, the graphics were crap, and you'd have to sit close to the TV.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a big TV. I'm a good distance away, and it's not like I'm struggling to read or see anything. It's just the continuous staring at the TV.
Mm,
It was just straining my eyes.
mm. Yeah, no, it is hard, I agree. If
Mhm.
anyone that is listening or watching, you've got any comments to, get yourself back in the zone, or if you've gone through the same experience and you've got back into it, just let us know how you did that. Because for me, it is that I'm gonna waste my day on the computer, which
Mm,
when I think about it, I want to play it, but in the moment I'm just like, you get a bit hungry, just like you do one of
yeah.
them and just like yeah.
Uh,
So going back into intermittent
yeah. So
fasting,
carry on losing weight.
get back into gaming.
Yeah, and I suppose the main one would be try and find more time to put a bit more effort into this. But again, we're going back to the same principle of like finding enough time to game, finding enough time to do more
Yeah,
things. Um,
I
and
know
the only way I'd be able to do that is to graph less.
we've spoke about this. We feel like this goes better when it's not so much not planned, but when there's a more flow, when there's no objectives to be met. If that
Yeah,
if that
yeah. So
makes sense.
like,
It's just
although
more.
we do enjoy having topics to find, and
Yeah,
you know, I've enjoyed doing a little bit of research on a few things. But yeah, when we haven't really planned anything, and it's just
yeah,
like, right, yeah, let's just start talking, see where we go,
yeah,
and then finish off with a couple of emails.
yeah,
Then it's sweet.
yeah.
But obviously, no one would have planned finding a spot on the back of their head to start off an episode with. Yeah, we've just done it. We've
Just
just
keep it real,
rolled
mate.
with it,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's what
it.
it is. The
And
real
look how
sessions.
we ended up where we ended up from that spot, mate.
Well, yeah, 12 minutes in, and we're talking
That's
about
it.
New Year's resolutions.
That's it.
Um, so yeah, yeah, I think yeah, that's the
Uh,
freedom.
I like the
Um,
gaming one. Yeah, the game one's something. See, for me, the piano, and I want to learn it. I don't know. I don't want to be fluent, but I would like to speak another language. I mean, I'm thinking Italian. And how mad? We spoke about this before. So when you you speak about it, then your phone, like TikTok,
mm,
listens to you for like the next four swipes were just someone teaching me Italian, like bellissimo. And what he means, I was
yeah.
just like, all right, I learn Italian.
Well, a mad one linked to that. So as I was just scrolling through TikTok a little bit yesterday, it was one where it's the pictures, and like you swipe through the pictures on it. So it started off with a pigeon, and it's like I'm watching you. Uh, and the next one says it was like something along the lines of, "Yes, I'm talking to you, Jamie." And then the third one was, "I'm in your house." And so I've had to click onto the page, and it's just the same thing, but
Yeah.
with loads of different names.
But how
But
does he know
for
your?
it to be
Yeah,
my
yeah.
name, I mean, it was still wrong because it wasn't spelled the same way as me.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just it is mad how the algorithms
Just
just
it's
find what you
too
want.
honey. It's too honey.
But it again, it's just I find it's a big problem that the phones and the computers and the tablets and everything, the the way that the technology is to make you happy, like everything's fine tuned for stuff that you want.
Yeah,
You'll ever stumble across something that isn't in your, like, whatever you've thought about or done, or
yeah.
there's not really anything random that you ever find when you're just
Yeah, you
scrolling
don't
through.
learn the new stuff, like stuff that you wouldn't have thought about
Yeah,
because it's not in your algorithm.
but that's it. It's like, some of the conspiracy theories and that, if I hadn't spoken about them, thought about them, or looked up about any of them, they wouldn't be coming on the TikTok feed.
Yeah,
Which, again, when I do get enough of the research, there's a big one that I do want to go through. So, listeners out there, get ready for that. One
yeah.
day in 2024.
Also, going forward with this show, we have obviously we've done our revolutions. What would your three things you'd want to get more from this show? So if you could, you mentioned putting more time in it. What would like for me be get? I really want a guest on.
Yeah, yeah, getting a
Just
guest. Look, so I'm about to start sorting out like the man cave slash pod studio, which obviously that would lead to having more time for both of us to arrange coming to mine.
Mm.
I know we talked about doing it in a shed and whatever, and that it's not a little wooden shed, but I think if we can get that sorted as well at some point in a few months, then at least we can float
Yeah.
around each other's things. Because while it's just the table like this, it will be awkward for a guest. But then you wouldn't be bothered. You could just stand over there on another little chair or something.
For a chair, yeah.
Yeah, but again, when you've got the other
Yeah.
table that you get in, there'll be more room for it. But yeah, once we're more set up properly, then it's going to be easier for guests. But again, just having the emails, there's never going to be too many people
Yeah.
that email us in. We're always here for giving the advice.
Well, sorry to quick. No, carry on. No, because I was going to just say things I thought you were going to say. I thought that was the end of it, so I was going to just.
No. So obviously, anyone that wants to give a bit of advice or just ask questions, the would you rather's, and any stories that anyone's got as well. It's always good to get them. And as we say, makes our job easier.
Yeah.
Uh,
The the other thing that I really want to do is do like, so we talked about like doing like a ghost hunt or something.
Mhm.
That is something that like just record it with obviously the microphones and then film whatever we can.
Yeah.
As I said, maybe with the cameras on our heads, like the fucking
Well, yeah, we'd have to get like the GoPros.
like the fucking train guy. I think that
I'm not really a fan of those 360 cams.
no, they just look good. Imagine if you saw a ghost and your reaction, it'd just be better, and
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So that's something that I would like to do.
yeah. I think that should be on the agenda of stuff to do next year.
Summertime now, mate, because I've been to some, and they've all been in the winter time. And fuck me, mate, because it's just an empty building or whatever. It's fucking freezing.
Yeah, and
Summertime.
seeing your own breath, it's going to add to the.
Spookiness. Ooh.
Well, no, not the.
Ooh.
I mean, it will add to the spookiness for some people, but it's going to confuse your eyes because you're seeing the breath coming
Yeah.
out. It's like, oh, what was that? So
Yeah.
it's just him breathing too heavily. So yeah, at least in the warmer weather, it's just I don't know, more enjoyable experience at least if you're not freezing cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely get something like that sorted out. Again, we need like a day where we can just sit down and start banging out some of these ideas
Yeah.
and just getting plans in motion.
I mean, the guest one shouldn't be too hard, but it's just find the right person when they say they're going to turn up. Actually, to turn up, that's the only thing. And
Yeah,
have Warren coming onto the podcast so that brings something rather than take away something. If that makes sense.
yeah. So if any of the listeners, if you've got a story to tell, an interesting life, just anything really. It doesn't have to be funny. It could be a tragedy. Well, just anything. Well, if you do feel like you want to be a guest, then just send it in. Send us the email. I keep saying email. So realtalkingpod@gmail.com for anything you want. So yeah, if you want to be a guest, questions, would you rather, stories, anything, just bang it over. YouTube comments, Twitter @Ash and JD. Just send it all over. We're here for everything. And yeah, so I don't know if we finished the. So we got my 3 resolutions. Yours was piano, language, and lose weight. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. So it just popped in my head. Did we finish it?
I'm
So,
determined to get somewhat of a six pack again. That is my goal this year. To get it doesn't have to be ripped or anything like
you
that.
just want the
ju-
outline,
yeah, just
the
something,
shape.
just something.
Yeah.
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 It's
So I ain't really bothered about getting into that kind of shape. But yeah, just carry on losing a bit of weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so nearly on to the New Year's now. Then I'll take it you're just gonna do the same as me, just nights in, food,
Yeah,
films, chill.
I mean, does anyone really go out for New Year's anymore? That's the real question we should be asking. Because when you think about it, it's a load of bollocks.
It is.
It's a load of
It
bollocks.
is.
It's you go to the pub, your local pub, or one of your local pubs, pay £10 for the pleasure of going in for that evening.
Hmm.
To have less time. Well, bar close at 11:30. Is it 11:30 or quarter to 12?
I think. Well, when we was running the pub, what we used to do was 11:30 was the last
Door
order for
does.
that point.
Okay,
So it would mean everyone had a drink for the
Mm,
countdown,
right.
and then it would open for like another 15 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, and then but the
So
pub would
essentially,
then
get one more drink, and then
and then the
come
pub
one
would
o'clock.
close. As you 1 o'clock, the pub
Yeah,
closes. I thought it was 12:30.
sort of like 1 o'clock. Everyone's got to be out
Yeah,
there.
so it's just like, mm, I get it.
It's a
It's
lot of hype for nothing spectacular, really.
yeah,
But what I sort of realised the other day was we're kind of in this not a weird age, but just a boring age, some people might say. So it was definitely a young person's game going out on the New Year's and all that,
yeah,
but it's also an older person's thing. So I found out that well, basically the mother-in-law, she's out off at the Clumsy Swan, goes there all the time, but they've got bands on all the time and everything.
yeah,
And it's only £5 entry, but it's all of the similar age group that is going to be there for the New Year's and having a good time with you.
yeah.
And apparently that's quite a common thing now. Then, so I don't know. Maybe in 10 years' time we'll find a second wind and
I
start
think
getting
that's
on it
it.
all the
Yeah,
time again.
I think that. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not anticipating it.
No, I mean,
I really do enjoy letting everyone else
yeah.
waiting those long queues at the bars, and I'm just at home sipping on a tin or two and going to bed
uh,
about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I've been asleep for more like New Year's passing than I have been awake for it.
Yeah, because even with, well, pretty much like the last 10 years when I haven't done anything, I've woke up as like midnight strikes just
Mm.
because of the fireworks, and you sort of like panicking about the dog and that, like, are they all right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, that's the only reason why I'm
Here's another
up.
thing. What do you think? In terms of 2024, that'd be
Mm,
next year.
yeah.
What do you think? What do you think is like when you think about the year ahead? What do you think is going to happen next year? So before it happens, you can go, "Oh, I thought about that." You've actually got it recorded. What do you think is going to happen? Like, just don't have to be like,
What, you on about a personal thing or
nah.
anything
I'm
with
on
the
about
world?
like just like everything. Like wars going on at the moment. Do you think there's going to be another war, or do you think?
Well, I think they need to finish the current wars before they start another one.
Uh,
Really,
yeah,
it's a bit of a joke. You you either bomb them or don't bomb them. Just stop
yeah.
fucking around, any. Just get it done. But I think it's gonna be something stupid.
See, no, these where I'm in because I asked this question because I think it's got to be some. I know we've spoke about a lot, alien related. There's got to be something that's got to come out because they've been slowly putting this out,
Yeah,
slowly but surely.
yeah.
So next year, there's going to be something.
That's what I mean.
That's what
Like,
I
it's
think.
gonna be something stupid like that
Yeah.
because you know, as you say, yeah, we've seen the videos and that, and then as I was on about with the algorithms, I keep seeing all the conspiracies, or even one earlier. Uh, there's a hole in the sun that's continuously throwing out like solar storms, and there's one due to hit like in 2024 apparently, and the last time it happened, I think it says was like 1869. Um, so the potential from this solar storm is all the satellites get destroyed.
Mm,
Like it'll be mass blackouts, and it can even like wipe hard drives and that of your computers, your laptops, and phones and stuff. So essentially, it would mean the world would be shut down because we'd have no internet or
yeah.
anything. There'd be no, wouldn't be able to access your money in your banks. Um, it would
Suppose
have to.
all your cars would die. You wouldn't be able to turn them over. But
Well,
that would.
the likes of me would be all right because as long as I'd be able to charge the battery, then I'd be able to use it because I've got an older vehicle. Whereas the newer models, where it is all because of the electronics on the
Mm,
inside, they'll struggle. So people with Teslas and
yeah.
other electric cars, fucked.
Yeah. So anyone with a classic car, be loving it.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
At least one thing that would drop fuel prices down. So
I don't know if it would. I think,
Put them up.
yeah, I
Preview.
reckon they'd pull it up because it's like, well, you've got to drive to go get your food now. So
Mm.
it would be something stupid. They'd find a way to do it, wouldn't they? Because it's been creeping down a little bit over the last like 2 months. Because I've got the free petrol stations by me, so I'll see it every day. I think was it 145 at the Asda. See again, all these like 0.9 or 0.7 and that
It's just a load
bullshit
of
it
bollocks
cracks
as
me up.
well. Yeah.
I always just round it up to the full penny. So I think the Asda's 145, Esso's 146, and then the BP, I think that's 47.
And it's for diesel.
Diesel, yeah. Not that there's much difference on the petrol now either,
Nah.
though. But yeah, I kept watching it go down a little bit, penny every couple of days. So it's nice that it's under £1.50 now,
Yeah.
but it's still too much. Especially all the driving that I do, like it does add up a fair bit. But I've looked into it. I don't know if we did say it on one of the episodes, on the earlier episodes. If I was to get an electric van, because I have looked into it, I know what I'd do to be able to keep recharging itself while
Yeah.
on the road. So essentially, I'd hook up because it's annoying why these electric cars can't recharge themselves. You think with a normal car, they have the alternators that charge the battery, so why can't they do that themselves?
Maybe it's the volume of it. It needs more volume of power to run it.
Yeah, the technology would be there to be able to adapt the alternator to be able to charge the batteries. They just won't do it because then they can't charge the electricity at the fuel pumps.
Mm.
So yeah, it's all down to the money. So essentially, I know what I'd do. I'd be able to charge the car back up itself, well, the van. It wouldn't completely charge. There'd still be power loss along the way, but
Yeah.
I'd get more miles out of it. It wouldn't warrant me. Plus, I haven't got the money anyway, like, but wouldn't warrant me getting an electric van at the moment because I'd only get about 100 miles by the time all the tools were on it and everything. So I'd have to charge it up at the
Yeah.
customer's house, which would mean I'd have to knock some money off the day rate, the price of the job or whatever, and it just cost me too much. Wouldn't be efficient enough.
Well, that's it. And the one thing that cracks me up about electric cars is, the charge points. They're diesel generated,
A lot of them are, yeah.
and then your
Mm,
cars come on a plane or by a ship, and then
mm,
get put onto a diesel lorry. It's just,
yeah,
and then you've got like 36 batteries,
yeah.
which is probably more harmful than just
Well,
putting
it is, any,
fuel in. Like if not if you last forever, but do you know what I mean? In terms of, yeah, I just
yeah,
find it, yeah,
for the carbon footprint of
that's
how
it.
much how much it costs to make it and to get it to
Ship it and
where
everything.
it needs to be, just to you. I know the stats are out there, but it's something like, I don't know, say 34 years worth of a carbon footprint just to make them to get them to you, and you're not going to be able
No,
to
no,
achieve that out of that
no.
individual vehicle because by the time you'd be on like 4 or 5 more down the line
Well, you don't see 30. Well, you don't really 34 years. I mean, you don't really see that many. Like,
out of a vehicle is what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Just because, like, obviously technology is moving that quick, it gets really
well, yeah,
outdated.
it
And
will be for the electric cars and
yeah.
that. It's because
Have you seen? Sorry, have you seen the Tesla truck?
of so not properly seen it, but I've seen bits when it
Uh,
was in production and
oh,
stuff.
that looks pretty cool.
Because I think with that, was it something like the brake pads? They'll never wear out.
Yeah, it's something like that, and I'm sure with that vehicle they advise to charge at 80% because it's don't charge all the way to 100 because 80 you'll get more mileage from it from whatever reason. Or I can't remember. He did explain, but
So
yeah,
I think that premise is the same with like your phones and other bits of like battery technology. Because when you're charging it to 100%, it wears the battery down more.
mm,
Whereas if you're only charging it partially, you're getting more life expectancy out of it. I don't know why it works like that, but
mm.
yeah, I mean, we're all guilty of it. We
Well
put our
then why
phones
would you
on
just
charge
cap
all night.
just low? Do you know what I mean? Just cap it.
Yeah,
Do you
but
know
if
what I
if
mean?
you're capping it to a lower capacity, you'd still have to do the same though.
Mm,
So it should be like for phones. Then it should be like a warning
yeah.
of sorts. Like your phone's at 80% battery, unplug.
Yeah.
But as I say, we leave it on charge overnight, and you see those horror stories of blowing up and setting on fire underneath people's pillars. But again, we don't care, do we? We just put that radiation next to our heads all night long. Don't care. But yeah, so I think it'd be something stupid like that. Be the alien invasion. There's a mysterious solar storm that's disconnected the internet, and so now we're all stranded, have to fend for ourselves. But if it was along them lines, it'd be like martial law. Then it would be literally like when
Yeah.
you see the end of the world movies, and there's fires everywhere, and everyone's like started eating each other and shit. It just won't be civil.
Everyone's rubbing the toilet paper.
Yeah, there'd be too many dickheads that just won't chill and just relax and be like, yeah, it's all right. Give it a couple of weeks and they'll get new satellites up and we'll be back running again. You know, well, yeah. So I'd say stock up on walkie talkies if they can't get rid of the radio waves. Yeah. So I think we've rattled on long enough. It's due time to get onto these emails
Right.
because well, we didn't have enough time last week because we was
Mm.
heading out on the booners.
Oui.
Nothing major to report about that.
Nah,
other than,
nah.
we spent over £280.
But how?
I don't know. It's just I had that in my pocket, and apart from the change, yeah.
Mate, you lost some money there. You couldn't 280 quid.
So it would have been including the taxi fare because with the taxi,
going back to Coventry.
yeah. So dropped off, dropped Sutherland off to his hotel, and then me back to Coventry as well. So yeah, that was. But obviously, I didn't pay for all of it myself. He would have paid for half of it roughly. Yeah, it was just we did loads of stupid rounds of shots and everything, didn't we? Like before you left, the amount of bloody baby Guinness and that we had.
You did buy some shots, didn't you? Yeah, you
Yeah.
bought quite a few actually. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell, mate.
I know. But yeah, apart from that, nothing
No.
nothing major to report from the night. I remember calling three geezers Tories. By the way, like proper posh cunts. They started talking to me about the Power Rangers jumper that I had on and that. And yeah, at first I was chatting to them and then you could see they were starting to like, have like an in-between joke, like an inside joke between the three of them. And I was like, yeah, well, you can fuck off then, you Tory cunts. And I just got up and walked off. So, yeah. They probably told me to fuck off or something because I've walked out the door, but I'd already gone.
Yeah.
In the crowd of everyone else there. But they were pricks. Fuck them. Yeah, so we've got a few emails that relay from a few weeks ago, to be fair. Now, in no particular order, I've just put them on my notes earlier to make it easier for myself. So we've got one from Steve. Stevie.
Stefan.
I'm guessing it's just Steve anyway. I've put the name Steve. I can't remember what the full email address was, but Steve, thanks for your email, mate. What is the nastiest or most explicit thing that happened to you in high school? And I saw this and I thought, so again, for us, it was secondary school. I know they all call it high school now, but it's American and it like.
Oh, I know the worst for me, but he weren't up. So it was in year 7. So year 7 is your first year in senior school.
Yeah.
So you're 11, 12, depending on whatever age at the time. So anyway, the way our school used to work is you could just walk out in the year 7 because our year 7 block was detached from the rest of school.
Yeah, it's the individual building. Yeah.
And you could literally just walk out the front door. And so I've walked out the front door and we've walked around and went to the shops. And I don't know, brought some sweets from because they used to have that old fashioned sweet shop, didn't they?
Yeah.
So brought some sweets and then literally as we are walking back, a van man kind of slows down and then throws a milkshake like from his van, like a McDonald's milkshake. Hits me spot on my chest and just explodes all over it. That was probably the nastiest thing from high school or senior school. I'm just trying to think as we got older, there weren't really
Yeah, I mean, like I had not milkshakes thrown over me, but had a lot of things happened to me just from being bullied. You know, ginger kid in school, it was always going to happen. Um, oh yeah, well, you know, that was just fucking the everyday life. Uh, yeah, there's no one thing
Uh,
that really popped into mind. The nastiest thing,
what was the
or
nastiest thing? I tell you what was the nastiest thing you've seen?
uh, well, so it wasn't in secondary school; it was primary school. I don't know how old I was, probably 9, 10-ish, maybe. I can't remember, but I don't know why it was ever allowed. So if you forgot your PE kit, you had to just wear,
Pants and vest, mate.
yeah, the pants and vest. And in primary school, it was just like the white polo shirt and the shiny blue shorts is
Yeah.
what we had. And there was the one girl, I can't remember the name to try and say it or Evo style it, but yeah, she was standing there. She's like, "Can I go to the toilet?" And the teacher was like, "No, like you had chance before
Yeah, but
going
what the
in."
pricks about going to the
I
toilet
know,
as well?
and like I remember in primary school, the toilets were literally just outside the gym hall as well. Like you just
Yeah,
walked out the door,
in the toilet.
up like 3 steps, and the toilets were on the left. So it's not like she would have been gone for long. And she's like, "I need to go," and they were like, "No, not going." And she'd forgot her PE kit, so literally in the little pants and a vest, and then all of a sudden, as we've noticed, she's got like a fucking log of shit in the back of her knickers.
Yeah.
So
You
yeah,
can't live that down even when you get older, can you? You can't live
no,
that
no,
down.
no.
You'd
I mean,
always
to be
have shit in
fair,
your pants.
I remember like sort of thinking like we just more so felt sorry for her because the
Yeah.
teacher was embarrassing that then like stopped the PE lesson, got her out, got her cleaned up and that, and then had to get the lost and found clothes for her and
Imagine telling
fucking
the
sort it out.
parent that though. She asked me to go to the toilet, said no, she herself.
Yeah, I know it's just stupid, is
Uh,
But then again, she might have forced it out. I don't know. I didn't really ask her. Um,
Now, I only asked that about what was the worst thing you've seen because in our school, senior school, there was a few things that were it wasn't a nice school to be at. Let's put it that way.
neither school that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went to was really a nice
Well,
school.
but the one thing that comes to mind, there was a lad and he suffered with eczema really, really bad, and I mean like head to toe, like eczema. You could see, you could visibly see it in his
Yeah,
face
yeah,
and his
yeah.
arms, like it wasn't even a little bit. And
I'm trying to think. The little lad,
yeah, yeah,
blonde hair.
Jamie.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't want to say his last name,
yeah,
but yeah,
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 yeah. So we just call him Jamie.
yeah, yeah.
And then some lads come in and I can't remember what they put over him. They put like some powder over him, but obviously his skin just obviously
Yeah,
because the
just
eczema
reacted and that
irritated
lot.
it, and he just
Mm,
dived on the floor and he started like trying to scratch it all off. It's like,
mm,
and you could see because like they put it under his jumper and under his shirt,
yeah,
and he just I remember him just
just
literally just didn't do anything besides dropped on the floor, and it looked like he was having a fit, but he was just trying to scratch.
mm,
He was but he was all. That was the nastiest thing I think I've seen.
mad, any. I remember that this wasn't intentional, but I remember we were standing there talking, and Phil,
Mm.
uh, so Phil's eyes just wanted to go in different ways, and
Yeah.
they did. Um, and he wasn't really he wasn't a friend of mine in school. So I remember he's like standing there talking, and I'm just like away with the fairies, thinking like, oh yeah,
Mm.
when's this conversation gonna end? Like, I don't know, want to go play football or do whatever we was gonna do at that point. And he's gone, what do you reckon, then, Jay? And I was like, oh shit, you was talking to me. Because literally, he's standing there, he's looking at both of us.
Yeah.
That's how the conversation was going. So he was talking to both of us, but I just thought he was talking to
Yeah.
you. Um, so that's probably like the nastiest thing that I did in school, but it was unintentional. I
Yeah.
really didn't mean it. I remember him calling me like a prick or whatever, and just walking off. Uh, but yeah, I just didn't know. It just fucking wasn't my fault. Bless him.
Yeah. But no,
Um,
thanks for your email. Is there more to the email, or was that?
no, no, so that was all it was from Steve.
So thank you for your email, Steve Hall.
Um, so then James, he'd sent a couple in. Uh, so, Matt, this one's school related as well. So, what is the most inappropriate thing you'd seen a teacher do? So that's the first one of his.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is the first. He's got two questions on two emails.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
separate
okay.
ones. I've
Right,
put them together, almost like did an Excel spreadsheet,
right.
but just on the notes.
The one thing that comes to mind was my form teacher in year 9. His name was Mr. Cotton, and you know, in senior schools, you just have the two seats to a table, more or less. I
Mhm.
don't, it might be different now, but in our school, it was in this classroom, it was, you know, two seats to a table,
Yeah.
and you could see the teacher constantly, like the way the room was. And whenever a girl, he wouldn't come up to you. You'd always have to go to him. So if you finished something or needed a question, you had to stand up and go to him, which I thought was weird. Because normally, a teacher floats about, but he'll stay on his desk.
Mm.
And whenever a girl used to ask certain girls, when they turn around, he used to look at their ass, like do a little thing. And he got to the point, honestly, about 3 months in, one of the lads was just like, I'm gonna call him out on it. And we was all laughing like fucking, don't do that. He was like, I'm gonna fucking and he went, Sir? He went, Yeah. He went, why would you look at girls' asses when they turn around? And the teacher lost his shit. Like, was like, what are you accusing me of? What are you accusing me of? He was just like, nah, but you imagine teachers just going mad and then there's this lad just like proper chill with it.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I'm just saying every time a girl comes up, you just done it to, I won't say the name, this person, and you done it to this person earlier on. We
Mm.
all seen you. And someone else was like, you do, sir. And like it just went from there. So that I've seen, but that was probably the for me. But I've seen teachers hit students and get in a fight with a student. I've seen that as well.
I don't think I saw any of the teachers hitting the students, even though a lot of them could have done with a fucking
Yeah,
getting knocked out.
yeah.
Uh, Again, yeah, trying to think of anything really. There was, I don't know what her name was. My memory's terrible. I was thinking
Yeah.
about it when I was looking at these emails the other week. Like, fucking, I was sure to remember stuff from school and that when we was kids. I don't know why.
It's
I
years
suppose
ago
just
now,
because,
mate.
well, yeah,
20
that's a
years
part
ago.
of it. But I think just because like I didn't really enjoy school,
Mm.
so I just sort of half blocked most of it out. Yeah, trying to think of stuff. There was an RE teacher. Uh, I don't know who she told. She says to one of them to fuck off. Um, Strangely, that was the same first teacher that I swore in front of. She says something to me. I was like, I don't know why we're bothering with this because like I didn't care about the religion or whatever. And,
Mm.
like, I know. I suppose it was an ignorant thing to say. But at the time I wasn't enjoying the lesson, wasn't wanting to learn anything, and she says something to me, and I was like, "Oh, just fuck off." So I got in trouble for that. But yeah, on another occasion, she told someone else to fuck off, which obviously we're all like, "Oh, she just told the student to fuck off, Lord." So, otherwise, I couldn't really think of anything. It was just like, I remember winding up one of the teachers. What was his name now? I think was it Mr. Chip, old science teacher.
Yeah.
Uh, so it was as we was leaving the lesson, because he was a weirdo as well. Like he didn't
Yeah.
have a TV, he would only read books, and yeah, he just chatted shit all the time, didn't he?
He was in
Bit like
hindsight,
us.
guy.
He probably
When I
was, to
think
be
of
fair.
Mr. Chip, he was 100% guy.
Yeah,
His mannerisms, just at the time, just if you think about it,
because for a bit of context for the audience, he looked a bit like Judge Rinder,
yeah,
the way I remember him.
just taller.
Yeah, and just completely bald.
Yeah.
Which I reckon was by choice as well. I reckon he shaved his head. But yeah, so as we was leaving the lesson, the classroom, he was like, "Oh, so you got something on the back of your shirt?" And so like he's done the heel lift and
Mm.
looked behind to see what's on his shirt,
Yeah.
and like he was like, sailor, and he's fucking screwed at us.
Yeah.
Like, fucking yeah. Yeah, I couldn't really fucking think of anything.
Is
Yeah.
there another part to that email, or is that just
Yeah, so
another
that
question?
was like one of his emails
Oh.
with a question on it, and then so then I'm guessing, yeah. So this was in between the last episode. Hope being a dad is going well. Good to have you back. So obviously he's talking to you
Yeah.
there. Just JD is mad, moaning about Man United. Ha.
You know what? No, thank you for your email, James. But yeah, I think because it would be hard to be on your own, you just revert it back. Like obviously you doing
So
it on your own.
yeah, I tried to be,
So
quite
you
good,
just,
not moaning about stuff too much, really.
but I think Mark Goldberg just needs to get you on that show and just get it over with, and
I'm ready for it.
just start winding you up, mate. Because
Anytime I get the call, I'll be ready.
you know what, it needs to happen because he's winding you up now because he knows what he's doing. He knows he's listening.
Yeah.
That's it.
He is. But yeah.
Nah, but thanks for your email, James.
Well, there was another part to that then. So he's asked another question then. What is the gayest / most inappropriate thing you did at a sleepover? So,
Well, let me tell you a story about my mates.
mates.
No, so one of my mates who said he's not gay, but does have gay tendencies, stopped over his mates once, and then the person he was stopping over with said, "Let's both get naked." So they both got like naked, then lied on top of each other, boy, both getting hard. That is
How old was he about?
it's good at 15 or 16. But nah, so the other geezer is gay, but our mate, technically, well, he's got kids and everything, so
Mr. Green.
no. Okay, no. But yeah,
I'm gonna have to remember for you to tell me after this because
yeah,
I don't. Well, I don't know if I want to. No, I've got to know. I know.
no, yeah. But the gays thing, I mean,
See, it was like sleepovers. It was mainly between you and then like the lad in primary school. I didn't really sleep at anyone else's house. But it was, yeah,
he
like because
won't.
it's a mad thing. Like when you see, well, not really see it on the TV, but when you hear about them, the lads fucking just like putting on porn and wanking in the same room as each other and that. But we never did anything like that.
No.
We'd like play football or play the computer and that, and then every time it would be spending like an hour or so once we've already gone to bed because I had the bunk beds.
Yeah.
And like we'd say the same things, ask the same
Yeah.
questions and that. But it was never
No.
fucking.
I don't think. No,
I'd say the most inappropriate thing we did was when we fucking shining the torch out onto the street and
Yeah.
like the cars going past. Not like a laser to blind them. It was just like flashing the torch, just so we're like, oh, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, we never did anything stupid, really, did we?
No, to be fair, as JD said, we used to go back to his when we used to stop over his and just literally stretch it. But
Yeah.
we used to look out the window a lot, as I said, with his flashlight, and we saw some things. Remember when that geezer got absolutely levered? So geezer, yeah, just walking along.
It was like a Friday or a Saturday night, and it was late.
It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it? And he was cut. You could see he was like
He was
proper
absolutely
fucked.
steaming.
Next thing you know, this car just slowly creeps past him, goes ever so past him, reverses up. These was it 3 or 2 lads get out of the car and just absolutely levered the fuck out.
Yeah, I think it was 3, and then like there was still the driver in the car as well. Because as soon as they got in, like he drove off.
Yeah.
So yeah, they started fucking like slapping him up and that. Like he's sort of on the grass a little bit. They give a couple of boots, and then they just jumped back in the car and just drove off.
Yeah.
And I remember him getting up, like, what the fuck? What
Then he started smashing. He started punching the
the
sign,
street
doing
sign
it. Because remember, every time we walked past, we was fucking laughing at the sign.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's as gay as he got, or inappropriate as he got.
Yeah.
That was the question: gay or inappropriate? Sorry.
Yeah, he's put gay / most inappropriate thing. Yeah, so thanks for that, James.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong about moaning about Man United. Fucking, to be fair, I could have gone on for fucking half an hour or so today because all this Jim Ratcliffe shit that's gone on. Like, I don't get why it's had to be a news story in Sky Sports and all that saying that neither the Glazers nor anyone from Ineos or Sir Jim Ratcliffe can say anything negative about the other party. Like, why is that a clause in the contract? So to me, that means that they've already had negative things, like, cross paths, said things wrong in the
No,
meetings or something,
I think
for it to be a clause.
maybe they can say stuff internal, but it's external. They can't go to the paper. You know what I mean? And make a story from it. So it
Yeah,
has to stay internal.
it's just why it has to be a clause, and the clause
Yeah,
has
what
been
was
put
leaving
out
there?
there. Like, it's just I found the whole fucking situation strange with its 25% takeover bollocks. Fucking should have been a full sale. Fuck the Glazers. But yeah, as I say, I'll save the full rant
Yeah.
for another day. Uh, got old faithful Kirsty on the emails as well. So yeah, she said congratulations the other week.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
and then she says that she had a one night stand because we all have needs. So yeah, it is. You know how it is. The lad was fine and lasted long enough.
Mm.
Only thing was he had a massive bush.
Yeah, well, you know, well,
So right, yeah. So she says I don't mind a bit of pubes, but it was just a crazy amount. And then she asks, "What's our views on genital hairstyles?"
well, you know, sometimes you got to change it up. It's like a hairstyle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sometimes you got to go bald. Sometimes a little bit. Sometimes just let it grow.
yeah. So back
And
in the day, I'd
yeah, Manscaped, like every
yeah,
2 weeks back in the day. Yeah,
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 I'd
yeah.
always get rid of it. But the main reason for me, it's just like the hygiene prospect of it. Because like, say with my armpit hair, I do the armpit hair all the time still, because if you are out and about and you're sweating, it holds the smell in.
Mm,
So, uh, but yeah, like these days, it happens when you get settled down and that you don't put as much effort into it. Um, but if it was going wild, every probably I don't know, every 6 weeks maybe I'll get the old Manscaped date and give it a go.
mm,
But I don't have to fucking like get the big razor out as well and fucking go full
yeah.
baby dick. Not that I've got a little dick, it's good size, reasonable. Never had a complaint
Well, that's it.
to my face.
No, I'm just thinking, maybe he's shaved and he's like, fuck it, I'm growing it. Or was he a last minute thing? When I was last minute things where he weren't expected. You know what I mean? If he wasn't expected, if he had time and he knew in advance, obviously that's a lifestyle choice then.
Mm,
But my views on it, I'm all right with it.
yeah, I
As
don't.
long as it's like as long as it's neat and
Yeah, so maintain it a little
yeah,
bit.
that's it.
Yeah, if it's all wild, then yeah, just put a bit of personal effort in.
Yeah, a
That's
bit of
all.
cush for the push.
Yeah, yeah. Which obviously had more than enough cush for the push. Fucking hell.
Thanks for your
So
email
yeah,
as well.
thanks for that,
Yeah.
Kirst. And then we got two from Lauren.
Right.
Uh, have you ever accidentally seen your neighbour doing something that they thought was private? So I've not had a neighbour personally that I've seen like out in the garden nude or anything, but several times on jobs. Like the most recent one, I was parked like around the back. It was almost like a cul-de-sac, but when
Mm,
it's like the back of the houses are on like a
yeah.
little private road. So I've gone out to the van, getting whatever, and as I've shut the door, looked up because it was like a T road. As I've looked up, there was a woman standing in her bedroom, quite rightly, it's her house, she's in her bedroom, but she's took her top off, look, as I've looked up, and the tits were just out. And I don't know if she's done it on purpose. It's a daily routine
Mm.
thing, just letting the girls out for everyone to see. But yeah, I mean, I looked, saw them, and then just went on with the job. So stuff like that I've seen a few times. The funniest one was this older lady. She was fucking off her head, to be fair, right nutcase. Uh, she so this wasn't me personally. I was on the job log, but while we was there, the roof was getting done at the same time. So there was the scaffolding up, and when we turned up to the job, the roofers, they were still fucking crying of laughter. So they'd got there, like say 7, half 7 in the morning, whatever it was, gone straight up the scaffold. She's out the back, already sunbathing, with her fucking baps out.
Yeah.
And all they could say was like, it was like the scene from fucking There's Something About Mary. The old woman just like all browned, fucking crusted up and that. So yeah, that was quite an unsightly one for them. It was, yeah, not
Yeah.
neighbours, no.
Well, I've got a good one, but I don't know if I should say it. But fuck it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, fuck them.
So there was a time when I lived at my partner's mum's, and a brother come up to me and was like, "Ash, come here." So I thought it was a bit strange, the way he said it.
Mm,
So I went into the hallway. I was like, "What's up?" Because we're upstairs. It
yeah.
was like, stand in the bath, look out the window. So anyway, I stood in the bath. I've looked out the window, and he was the neighbour's son sucking off one of his friends.
Oh.
then he stopped, and then the other lad had sucked him off for like 30 seconds.
Where were they? Within the garden or something?
So behind in the garden, I had like a shed. So that was behind the shed.
Oh.
So the only place you could see them from was if you put your head out the window and turned. But because my partner's brother said I heard noises, so I was like, "What the fuck's that noise?" So like he's put his head out the window and turned his head right, and obviously he saw like the neighbour's son giving head to a friend, and
And then is that when you sucked him up and he sucked you up then?
so,
He's like,
that's
Ash, that looks good, that
the
does.
gay sleepover. that So that's the weirdest thing I've seen a neighbour do,
Oh,
even though it was a neighbour's kids. But yeah, it was funny. Like there was only there was like 12 or 13. Like fucking hell.
just exploring,
Just,
learning about
just,
themselves.
there's some stuff that you just can't live down. That'd be one of them.
Yeah. Now, there is still a couple more emails, but we're hitting the hour mark. So it's up to you. Do you want to save them for next week?
We'll get these ones done.
Okay. Hopefully more people emailing then. Yeah, so Lauren had another one. What was your most awkward or embarrassing truth or dare experience? Now, I think in general, we've all done just go walk outside naked and whatever, ain't it, really? There was nothing that popped out to mind. Wasn't really something that I'd played a lot of, to be fair.
No, I'm thinking.
Because I feel like, again, it's more of like an American thing, isn't it? Where, they're having the sort of like a sleepover and there's a bunch of them. Because when it's just two people staying at the house, it would have been a bit sad
or
if we was
lads.
playing
Yeah,
truth or dare with each other. So yeah, we didn't really do much of it. It was more so when we was like 18, 19, with a drinking bit of a party or whatever that would ever happen. And then, yeah, it was just all the generic stuff. Nothing major ever
no,
happened.
yeah, I can't really give you an answer because as I said, it's the same as you, mate. It's yeah, whenever we played it.
Yeah. Because
Because
again, I think,
I would always go for truth because I could never do it there. If someone
yeah,
was like walk down the street naked, I could never do
well,
that.
I think with us two together, it was only the one time. Was it like King Standing Way or whatever it was? And then Nozzle was with us. I think he was the one that did the naked walking up and down the road that night.
Right, was that a different night? Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
So I think it was only
Yeah.
one night when we've
Oh,
been
is that
together
when
and played it.
he lived there? Was that from his house?
Uh, he might have lived with that person. I can't remember now.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't. I really can't answer that. So I don't know really played it,
Yeah.
but I would just go for truth rather than dare, just because I
Mm,
didn't have to. I know the first thing would get naked.
yeah.
so, so it'd probably be the truth on that one.
Because I always feel like it is more of the American thing where
You, you
like
can't like fancy someone, isn't it?
yeah, and it's like you have to go in the closet and do the 1 minute in heaven or whatever they call it, where you've got to be in there with the person that you like
Yeah.
and hopefully something happens. But otherwise, yeah, it's never, at least for our generation, it hasn't ever really been much of a thing.
Well, yeah, our group of friends is never. No, I mean, yeah, there is one, but yeah,
No.
no.
But yeah, thanks for the questions, Lauren. Um, and then last but not least, we have Jess. I'm glad I put this last, actually. I don't think I've really paid attention as I sorted out this little note section.
So is this the last one?
It's the
So-
last one.
Lauren, thanks for your email as well.
Yeah.
Well, 2 emails. Was it
Mhm.
2 on that one? Sorry. Yeah, it was 2
yeah,
from
just
it.
two
Yeah,
separate ones, but I've just put them
Yeah.
together on the notes. So Jess says, "Hi guys.
Hi.
My fella pleasures himself a lot. Is the problem with me or him?
See, I know where I stand on this. I won't do it. If you're with someone, mm-mm. If, no, I won't touch myself. No.
Who's being
And
gay now,
I laugh because obviously me and my partner has had this conversation lately. Obviously, 'cause she just had a baby, and obviously you have to wait a couple of weeks. And she goes, "Just go and touch yourself." And I'm like, "No, I am."
Right.
So, I mean,
Right. Again. So at the end, she says, "Am I making a big deal out of nothing?" Uh, so I think we've got two opposite ends of the advice stick here. Then.
so are you saying he's all right to be touching himself?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Like, if you want to do it and that. What my issue would be is if you're both in the house together and like you're both doing it separately, not together, then you've got a problem.
Yeah. So
But
it's like,
like,
if like he's in and she's out and he wants it, he can just whack on the hub.
yeah. But you know, if she's downstairs flicking through TikTok on a phone
Yeah.
and he's up in bed, and then like they both end up doing it themselves separately, while
Yeah.
she's downstairs, he's in bed, then like no, you need to have the conversation and be like, look, we need to stop doing it separately. Let's do it together.
I mean, for me, I think wanking over porn is a young man's game. I'm just pointing out there.
I mean, it depends on what porn you're into. If you're still just watching the old boring missionary stuff, then you need to up your game a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that like get into the extreme stuff of
Was it BDSM? Was that the witch and chain stuff?
yeah, and you know, watching someone fucking getting the balls booted off or something like that.
I'm
Like,
paying for that. Imagine people paying for that.
I know.
Yes, mistress.
It's some of the stuff's fucking weird.
So, do you think there's a problem?
I think there's a lack of information on this email. So, how often is he doing it? If he's like wanking like 4 times a day, then he's got a bit of a
Yeah,
problem.
if she can't keep up with it,
Yeah.
he's
No. See, so that's where I was going to get to next. So, if you're still servicing him regularly, then like it shouldn't be an issue. But if you're just not doing anything and he's like getting frustrated and just going off and fucking sorting himself out, then there is a problem. But yeah, otherwise, if he's got a normal sex life and then he still thinks that he has to like bang one out fucking all the time, every couple of hours, then he's got the problem. So yeah, if you could give a little bit more detail, we'd be able to give you more accurate advice. But otherwise, in general, man's got to do what a man's got to do sometimes. You know, if it's been a stressful day and you need to just get a bit of release.
I think I was trying to say what Jodie's saying. If you're in the same, if he's doing it and you're in the house, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, but yeah. I mean, I love how these emails. You know, there are many podcasts. You know, that get these kind of emails, but that's what we're here for.
Yeah. We're here to
Was he
give
called
you the best
Is it an
advice.
agony uncle? Uncles? Because no,
Well, yeah.
it was an agony. You remember the agony aunt and the
Agony
son?
Aunt Judy.
So you can be Uncle JD.
Yeah, and Daddy Ash. Yeah. If you do feel like giving us more information on it, then yeah, feel free.
That was from Jess.
Jess, yeah.
So thanks for your email as well. Is that our first email as well?
It was, yes.
We should need a siren when we have a first emailer. So like,
well,
you know what I mean?
Again, maybe that's for the part of the New Year's resolution. that I do actually get a
soundboard.
soundboard sorted out.
Yeah.
I think the easiest option, like the way that we do the records now with these microphones, the easiest option is probably going to be a little soundboard on my phone or something. Or just press the button.
Yeah. Something like that. I think that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll probably sort out a jingle for when we've got the email time or something. Advice from two cunts, something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need a day to sit down, brainstorm some things, and I don't know, get some things sorted out. But yeah, otherwise, I think we've breached over the hour.
Yeah.
Hopefully, people are still listening, and if you have, as always, you know what to do. Drop a log, share it, download it, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, if you want to send in any emails like these lovely people have already done, it's realtalkingpod@gmail.com. All the links are in the description and that anyway. If you're here, you already know that. And yeah, as I say, just share it off to all your friends, your family, anyone that you think would enjoy listening to us just chat on, waffle on, all the nonsense, all the advice, all the real talk.
That's it, mate. Just a realist podcast out there.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Mark Goldbridge. Just fucking email us over, lad. Just get him on.
He's not too far from here as well.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a sponsor of Solihull Moors.
That's it. Just get him on, lad. Like, it's winding us up now. I think it's winding us up. It's winding me up thinking about it, actually.
To be fair, if I sent him an email, he probably would, but I haven't sent an email. Right, so leave you that. Happy New Year to everyone as well, and we shall see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Peace.